Welcome to Shed City. So after last week's video, I had quite a lot of questions about the room and kind of how the setup's going to be now, and a few like kind of niggly bits. I even had some tips as well, which was very helpful, so thank you. But one in particular was, where are you going to keep your bikes and where are you going to work on them? Obviously you can tell that there's not loads of room in here. Working on them isn't really going to happen. It's a room inside a house that's going to get destroyed with oils and dirt and whatever else. I quite enjoy working on my bikes outside, so I'll probably continue doing that, to be fair, like that. But the storing of the bikes is a particularly hard one. In my old house, I didn't have loads of room, but I got kind of inventive with it, and essentially had this one big bike shed that I just put frame on frame on frame. Wasn't that good. But in this house, as you've seen from the intro already, I've got one big shed, and I didn't want to overrun it with bikes, so I got some more sheds. So this is the start of Shed City. So this is my new garden at my new house, and it came with a free shed. It's a big shed, and I didn't even have to pay any extra for it. That's my mud kitchen. Well, not mine, it's my son's. So as you can see, it's got quite a lot of room in it. I've got a few bikes in there currently. There's a load of stuff in there from the last people that lived here as well. And this is obviously my shelving unit that I've got some stuff on. There's something there that I can't actually show you. That's coming up in another video. But there's a lot of stuff in here I need to kind of clear it out a little bit. But the plan is to keep my kind of everyday bikes that I'm actually riding in here, maybe putting some on the wall or something, and then I'll need something else for putting parts in, which is why this is here. Not the washing, we'll ignore the washing. So I've started clearing this space here. There was like a holly bush here. I'm not a fan of holly bushes because they drop the leaves and I stand in them and they really hurt. So I'm glad I killed this tree. Kind of. Maybe I'll plant another one at some point. I wasn't actually planning on making you watch me clear leaves, but it made quite a satisfying time lapse, so here we are. If you've watched enough of my videos, you know that I stand pretty firmly towards the whole, there's no such thing as a wrong tool for the job. You just kind of make do and just get by. A blunt axe for this little stump was the wrong tool for the job, and it took flipping ages. So I've just been editing this shed build together, and it was so boring. So instead of doing a whole kind of shed build video, I'm now just going to show you the funny bits, or just interesting bits, or just the bits of me just hammering and stuff. Basically, I'm going to do this really quickly instead of like 10 minutes of me building a shed. No one's here for that. I did, however, notice at this stage that the measuring I was doing was wrong, and it didn't fit. But instead of just kind of, cutting a bit more of the trees and kind of doing it properly, I just went full Hulk mode and just rammed it into the space and made it work, essentially. I'll be honest with you, it was pretty hard work to actually build this shed. Sheds are generally just a bit of a pain in the butt, but I'm super chuffed with it. I can fit tons of frames in here and wheels and tires and all that kind of stuff. And then I've even got a little bit of space on top to put my trailer, and I've actually got my bike rack up here as well now for the car. I've also since built this little tiny shed that I'm going to put the lawnmower in and like gardening things, so I can free up some space in here. I've also tidied up in the shed. I don't have any more footage of it right now, but yeah, it's now cleaner. And that's Shed City, really. Firstly, if you're still watching this video, thank you. I know this is not really the kind of stuff we do usually. Last week's video when it was building this was questionable. This one is taking the piss a little bit, isn't it really? But that is it. I am now settled into this place. The shed has now been tidied up a bit more. I'm still working on the shed. There's still a couple of things I want to do in there. Potentially a little kind of table that I can kind of clean parts on, that sort of thing. And I'm still trying to work out how many bikes I can put in there and kind of where they all fit. So yeah, it's a work in progress. If you actually look really closely to the photo that I just had on just before we came back onto the camera, there's a bike in there that you have never seen before. Feel free to go back and try and screenshot it and like check it out, but that is a build that I've just finished, and it will be the next big video coming to the channel. It should hopefully, first part will be next week, or maybe I'll do it in one big long video. Tell me how you would like me to do the next build video. I usually do kind of like 2 to 3 videos and spread it out a little bit. Would you rather a big long mammoth video? Let me know in the comments below. And that's it really. If you've enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I promise I'll start building bikes again. And if you want to see me build a bike, that one is a particularly good one.